Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
Hit me! Cool borders! Here we go!
Right then, as you can see, this is the option menu for Cool Borders 2. Competition and freestyle are basically the main meat of a single player game. Competition is basically, well, a snowboarding competition basically, and freestyle essentially has you race down a track and you can either attempt to beat the highest trick score, the highest total trick score, or the fastest time. Here I'm actually showing you one of the coolest features about this game. You can actually design your own snowboard. Beat that, Tony Hawks. Anyway, as you can see, it's fairly basic. It's unless you're really good with pixel art, you're probably not going to get very much use out of this board editing feature. But that said though, it's a very nice feature. But I won't really go into it. As you can see, this is the intro to the competition mode. There are 4 initial riders that you can select and try to beat competition mode with. There are 3 secret characters to unlock. Check game FAQs if you want to know how to unlock them, ladies and gentlemen. And the competitions work like this. Essentially you do a trick orientated event, then a race orientated event. Depending how well you do on the trick orientated event, which is normally either big air or half pipe, will determine what position you start the race in. It's imperative that you at least try to get into the top 3 if you want any chance of actually winning the race and, you know, winning the championship overall. I like the loading screens, they actually tell you how to do stunts and stuff. Right then, this is the big air event, and as you can see, it's just a massive ramp. The idea is to land the best trick as possible. They judge it by rotation, speed, landing, distance, and so on. It counts 2 tricks, so basically try to do best on both tricks and essentially you've won the competition. If you manage to fuck up one and do really well on the other, there's still a chance that you'll score in a high position. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting event. Right then, this is the half pipe, and I guess I should actually demonstrate how you actually do a trick here. Essentially you hold the X button to get ready for a jump and you release it to jump. Fine. As you're crouching down while you're holding the X button, you can hold a direction and your guy will spin in that direction. Be it up, down, left, right, or the combination of 2 directions at the same time, as long as they're not on the same horizontal or vertical plane, so to speak. While you're jumping in the air, jumping and spinning in the air, after you've released the X button, you can press any direction and any of the shoulder buttons and you'll do a grab. The loading screen will tell you how to do most of the grabs, and you have to be perfect with your landing on this game. This game is hard to land a trick on. Like, if you're going to do big stunts, it's going to be very, very difficult. So yeah, basically you really do have to practice, just like the original Tony Hawk's games. You know, you have to sort of like dedicate a lot of time to this game because this game is hard. Don't get me wrong, this game is very, very hard. Right then, I'm about to show you the racing because, you know, Cool Borders review wouldn't be complete without one, and I'd just like to mention that the racing on this game is fucking excellent. That said, you can actually now do freestyle mode with 2 players. That was the big thing with Cool Borders 2 that Cool Borders 1 didn't have, that the fact that they had AI races and the fact that you could actually play the game 2-player. As you can see, the courses actually do look nice. Okay, they're a tad primitive by today's standards, but you gotta remember, this game was made back in 1998. The courses also get very, very tricky to navigate, like, especially in the later stages of the tournaments and stuff. That said, there is a trick that you need to learn, and that's grinding. Press L1 and R1 together while you're on top of like a thin pole or log or something, and you can grind across it. This is bone-jarringly useful. You need to learn that, because otherwise the later stages, basically you're not going to be able to keep up with the other competitors. One thing I will say about this game, the soundtrack is actually very good. It's obviously that cheesy techno stuff that, you know, PlayStation games loved churning out back in the day, but also I really like the announcer. Yeah, he's like most announcers, he says, wow, you're doing great and stuff, but also at the same time, he's not afraid to tell you how much you fucking suck. You've probably noticed it quite a lot while I was playing this race, that, goes, boo, you suck, yeah, you fail, you totally made a fail. But, you know, that's his charm, I suppose. One thing I will say about this game that is bad about it, sometimes it's hard to get yourself out of a pickle if you catch a drift. Say for example, you mess up and you land into a wall or something, it's hard to sort of get yourself away from that wall because your guy's feet are attached to the board and there's no reset button, so, you know, that's a bit bad. But other than that, you know, I should really stop trying to do tricks in a fucking racing section, shouldn't I? Sorry, I'm playing like a complete tool. Anyway, back onto this game. You can pick this game up for less than £5. In fact, I quickly checked eBay before I did this review. Most of the copies of this game that I saw in good condition were going for £3. Let me just say this. This is the best snowboarding game I've ever played. Okay? Better than 1080, better than Steep Slope Sliders. This is the snowboarding game you want. And considering you can only buy it for £3, that's a fucking steal. So, don't be a loser. Buy this fucking game now. Okay? Don't download it. Buy it. You can actually get the game for £3. That's with postage, by the way. Yeah, anyway, also this game isn't that hard to find either. It came out on Platinum, Sony's Platinum budget range, so there's no real excuse. Anyway, this has been Danny, I'll catch you later. Bye!